First, let me show you what a URL hack is. If I log in with the right username and password, you'll see a cookie's been set. If I log out, the cookie's been deleted. If I try to click submit again, you'll see it won't let me log in until I type the right username and password. But I visited this page before, so I know that the home page is actually page1.php. So without logging in, without the cookie being set, I can hop over the login page and land on the home page. If I try to go to page 2, I can also get to page 2, but the cookie hasn't been set. So I've just URL hacked this site. I've jumped over the login page without setting the cookie and finding the hidden content. This is called the URL hack. So let's see how we can prevent URL hacks from our final project. I can tell you right now, if the TA can URL hack your page, then you'll be very upset with your grade. So let's fix it. On page1.php, we need to prevent the user from seeing our page until we ensure that they've logged in. Well, it's actually not that hard. Right here at the beginning of the file, I need to have a small PHP script that's going to check to see if the user is logged in or not. Well, how do I do that? It's similar to what we did on the login.php. First, grab the username cookie. We need to check to see if it's empty or not. If it's empty, then we'll default to an empty string. If it's not empty, well then we'll actually grab that cookie's value. Okay, we're searching for the username key. If there's a cookie that's labeled username as the key, then it'll pull back its value if it's not empty. So the only thing we care about is whether the user has not logged in on this page. So if they've not logged in, so if there's not a username cookie, well then we need to do something. So we'll send them back to login.php by redirecting the location in the HTTP header, just what we looked at before in the previous video. And then we don't want to show any of the code, so we'll do an exit. This will ensure that if the user is not logged in, we'll redirect them to the login.php and not show any of the hidden content. So let's see if it works. You can update the code using FileZilla. Come back. You'll see the cookie's not set. So if I do a refresh and wrote the code properly, it's going to redirect me back to the login. Okay, so here I can do test, pass. You'll see that the cookie's been set. So I can go to page 1, page 2, no problem. If I do a log out and try to do a URL hack on page 1, you'll see it redirects me back to login.php, and I cannot do a URL hack. If I do page2.php, I can still hop over to page 2. So for your final project, you want to make sure that you prevent URL hacking on every private page that you shouldn't get to unless you have signed in. Well, that's easy. We've already wrote it for page 1, so I can take this code right here, copy it, and paste it on every hidden content page, like page 2. So open up page 2, paste the same code right there, test it, and see if it works. So I'm on page 2 right now without a cookie being set. If I refresh, it sends me back to the login, which is what it's supposed to do. I type test and pass, cookie's been set, go to page 1, page 2. If I log out, cookie's been deleted. Can I URL hack the 2 private pages? First, I'll try page 1. Nope, doesn't work. Now I'll try page 2. Nope, it doesn't work either. So now your site is protected against URL hacks. Continue on to the next video and we'll look at how we can use HTTPS and cookies.